NFL Week 2 is here. Thursday Night Football, Commanders, Packers, my picks. Going with Tucker Kraft over 38.5 receiving yards. This line's moved a lot. It was 32.5. Now it's closer to 40. The Packers did not have to throw the ball a lot last week, but I think that changes tonight. And even with the limited passing work, Kraft led the Packers in all routes run and in passing down snaps. I think the line's deflated due to the Packers not throwing the ball much and the Commanders defense just absolutely shutting down the Giants, but it's the Giants. Kraft will be on the field. The Packers want to get him the ball. He even had a rush last week, despite just having 2 catches on 4 targets. He averaged over 50 receiving yards per game over his last 6 games last regular season. And in 2024, he led all qualifying tight ends in yards after the catch. I'm also looking at Tucker Kraft anytime touchdown. Washington gave up 8 touchdowns to tight ends last year, one of the top units to do that. He scored last week, Tucker Kraft did, and he can score again. I think Kraft has himself a night. Then Jaden Daniels over 8.5 rush attempts. He rushed the ball 11 times against the Giants. He had at least 9 rush attempts in 6 of his last 8 games, dating back to last year. Packers defense is great, and their pass rush is very impressive with Micah Parsons. And with that, I expect Jaden Daniels to be scrambling, moving around, which should lead to more rush attempts, and that, of course, is on top of his already designed runs. And lastly, Deebo Samuel over 58.5 rushing and receiving yards. With this Packers pass rush, I expect a lot more quick completions close to the line of scrimmage, and that points us to Deebo. Deebo played really well in his Commanders debut. 7 catches, 10 targets last week for 77 yards, and he also had a 19-yard rush. I think it's going to take Terry McLaurin a little bit to get in his groove with him sitting out this offseason. And Deebo, 10 targets. He caught 7 receptions. He already has Jaden Daniels' trust. He'll be lined up all over the field. He's going to get his touches, even get a rush or 2 to help us out with this prop. And if the Commanders are down, like the point spread suggests, they're underdogs, the Commanders will need to throw the ball more, which helps this bet, along with the Jaden Daniels rushing attempts bet.